Hello, hello, hello. We are doing fine. Just checking some stream health before we start the match in about 40 minutes. Oh boy, oh boy. Just real quick. I think I could. Actually, I can't turn on my mic anymore. I kind of just have to get closer, lol. Or talk louder. That's fine. I need to see that you guys are seeing what I need to see. Real quick. Don't want to go into this too scuffed. Okay, good. Stuff is moving. Should just be able to do this. I think I could. Actually, I can't turn on my mic anymore. I kind of just have to get closer, lol. Or talk louder. That's fine. Is there a reason as to why my webcam is not wanting to wait. Real quick. I have to disable you. Go into this two scope. Deactivate. Are we jamming? We are. Okay, cool. Don't worry, everybody. Just trying to get some stuff going here. All right. Okay, good. Stuff is moving. I could. Actually, I can't turn on my mic anymore. I kind of just have to get closer, lol. Or talk louder. That's fine. Don't worry. Y'all are just hearing some overlap because I was checking settings. Pop this over here. Some shenanigans. That works. Match starts in 30 minutes. We are vibing hardcore. I want to start early just to make sure stream health was doing good. Looks like we are doing absolutely amazing. Also, this VOD should be good because, or it should be good to be a VOD because, you know, we're streaming on YouTube this time. So the VOD will just automatically get turned into a video. I was going to stream it to Twitch again and export it after I was done because I turned the VODs back on, but, you know, I do that when you can just do it on YouTube and skip the export step. That's not good. Seems as if you guys can't see my face, even though it's in OBS. Oh, you guys can. Nope, never mind. Hi, YouTube. My view of it is just being very weird. Okay, never mind. Don't have to worry. That's why you check multiple sources, not just one. Because they can really just prank you for no reason. Oh, now it's showing it there. That's odd. Okay. Oh, never mind, we're good. It just took a while. That is A-okay. I don't know how delayed that is, actually. It says a minute. It was way over a minute ago that I did that, but whatever. Actually, while we are sitting here, I should probably go out and promote the stream. That'd probably be a good idea, wouldn't it? Go annoy and at everybody in every server that I'm in. Not every server. Just for the meme. Let's see how this looks. Don't kill me, sunlight. How's that look? Actually, looks decent. I just need to get a ring light. It's something I'll have to invest in when I have money for it. Yeah, we'll do this one. That works. I am having a rough time remembering things, and that's not good. I was just about to do something, and I am. That's what I was gonna do. Okay. Don't worry. I'm only being dumb. We're fine. We're fine. I cannot change that. That would make sense why I can't do that. Okay, that's fine. Copy that. Here. We are dreaming. Copy this link again. Make sure I put it here as well. No server left behind. Here. And everybody there. Just gonna be an annoyance today. It's fine. Do not worry about it. I want to keep the idea of that ID. Okay. We need to go back here. Yes. We're fine. We are gaming to the highest degree. Right, I just can't spell everyone, you know. this. Yeah. Big brain, because I'm pretty sure most people on the server. Okay. I believe I've sent it out to any and every important server that I need. Which is nice. Should be Jaming. Should be doing good. Okay. Just gotta wait and see. Let me see what's going on with the Overwatch stuff. Hydration. So I should be dreaming to the most impressive degree. I am that. Okay, cool. Nice. Hog. Ooh. We might be onto something for the moment. I need to see if we're just gonna. Ah, it was. It was for him. Saber looks like he's on his PC. Should be getting another co-host in here soon. Our good old man, boy, captain, Mouse Cadets. The absolute Giga Chad, Sabretooth himself. The absolute unit that he is. Getting messages from our guy on the inside, Bren. They're setting up lobby right now. do actually here is this here. Gaming. Okay. I believe we just be waiting on one lobby invite to Saber. Hopefully he'll be on here next couple of minutes because I believe he said he'd be getting back here very shortly. We should be good on our connection. Yep, we are gaming. That says 2 concurrent viewers, and I cannot see them on my other thing. We're doing cool. Yeah, we're cool. How are my wonderful people in chat? How are we doing today? Personally, me, I am ready for this match. I cannot wait to watch some good old Overwatch. It's gonna be fun. Have a great time. No matter who wins, should be an absolute good match to watch. Of course, I know a little bit more about Fairmont's team because I talked to the people on Fairmont's team, and they're the reason I'm casting this because they asked me to do this. So I know a lot of things that they're probably gonna run. However, I know nothing about any of these other teams in the UGC league they're in, so this should be really interesting. Always need to see what kind of interesting team comps people can come up with. 60-second delay is neat. It's pretty neat. 60 seconds when you're just gonna sit in here feels like an eternity. Here, I'm going to mute my desktop audio real quick because I do want to make sure I am getting my... Ah, there is the invite to the custom game lobby. All right, cool. That is definitely not what I wanted. Okay. Oh. That was extremely harsh. Let's just listen to the part what I said about. 1 second here. I have to respond to something. Should be able to show that. There you. There we go. Okay, I don't know how that was looking the entire time. Apologize if my webcam froze there because I was looking at all the other stuff I have to look at, which is a lot more. There's so much to keep track of here. Ooh, I lost that. Hold on. Not good, not good, not good. Oh, wait, no, I moved it back over there. Never mind. I'm just losing my mind. Thought I lost the YouTube chat there for a moment. I was just losing it. Don't worry about it. Ow. Okay. Spasm in my hand just smacked my mouse into non-existence. Coming up on match time here in about 12 minutes or so. We get the lobby set up. We're just waiting to make sure we got all the things set in place. Hopefully, Big Man Saber will be arriving here shortly. I'm getting a text. Hold on. Making sure that people are not telling me about stuff. Never mind. That was not about my stream. Okay, cool. All right. Saber might miss the first match or two, which is fine as long as we got one person here, which is me, to record this and make sure we give some good old commentary. This should be interesting. Come on. I need to make sure I am. Move our review over onto Overwatch. Seems like we may be starting a little bit early here, just in case. Don't know if we will. Waiting for Southern Hills CTC high school to respond. Seems like we're having some miscommunications here. They think I am a part of Fairmont's team. Which is fine. We'll just hammer out miscommunications and hopefully get on our way here shortly. Maybe even get Saber in. Oops, Saber did message me, speaking of that. Ah, he's having monitor issues. Hopefully Saber will be able to fix his monitor and then get in here so we don't just have me doing this. I have no problem just doing this by myself, but definitely would love to have Saber here. That is for sure. Right now, actually, until match starts, we'll just head back to the intermission screen here and have that not be. Thank you. Okay. Check and make sure nothing is going awry here. Looks like we're still going to be waiting just a little bit as we're just waiting on both teams to be ready. And we should be on our way then. Somebody just got on. Ah, I see. Seems like we'll be starting more around the time than we actually should be. Just getting some things ironed out in Overwatch right now in the custom lobby. Actually, I'm going to turn this way down. There we go. While the music is nice, everything, we are here to focus on Overwatch. Just want to make sure I am not missing anything real quick. Oh, we are fine. We are gaming indeed. That is muted. Thank you. Pause that real quick because I don't need it. Let me message or hopefully will be our co-host today, Saber, because he's just having some technical issues while trying to get in here. Yeah, okay. Just wanted to make sure that we're good there. Oh, did not mean to hit my mic there. I apologize. Actually, let's see if we can raise this up just a little bit. Just that should be better. Yeah. Okay. Might get a new position. Hopefully, it does not fall on me. Not on me, but like, hopefully, it doesn't fall while I'm trying to do things. That would suck. Also, I know I said this last year, but the custom backgrounds you can do for your webcam for Discord, I think are just the most amazing thing. And if you have Nitro, you can just upload any image you want and use it as your background, which is really cool. I just went ahead and went with a simple blur for today because not really much, nothing crazy going on. Just a little casting, and we'll just be absolutely gaming. Fix that. Ah, okay, there we go. Oh, I am getting added in a server. really sure what's going on with the match right now, since, you know, obviously I'm not at either of the team's locations, so we're just waiting on things to happen here, for things to get settled and going. Oh, seems like both teams hopefully should be ready now. Seems like we will be getting kicked into the match here. I did not mean to say kick, but you know, seems like we'll be going into the match here in just a moment. Sure, everybody gets the ones they need. Seems like first map will be on Control Tower on Legion. Looks like Fairmont will be running a Brawl Comp currently. And it looks like Southern Hills will be running a double shield with Rhine and Sigma with a Symmetra. Very interesting. And they are running, changing the healer comp up there just a little bit. Seems like a lot of heals. Swapping off to Lucio actually.
4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1.
Both versions of Brawl, even though one side is running a double shield. Should be very interesting here. We're going to take a look at the main tank for Fairmont here as we battle this fight out. Seems like we got a pin and an unfortunate kill going on to the enemy Rhine for Southern Hills. Seems like the fight is going to be going. Both Rhines have been traded, which means the stalemate of a fight is going to happen here, but seems like Fairmont's going to try and push point. An excellent pick onto Lucio from Fairmont's Cassidy. Rhine once again on Southern Hills going down here from the Moira. Of course, Baby Diva, whenever you're out of your mech, kind of just need to send it in there. Spending some time looking at here at Phoenix, as it seems that Fairmont has officially won this point for the first capture. Actually, no, the second capture. I didn't even realize that Southern Hills had capped first. Wow, very impressive. Seems like Southern Hills has swapped to a Torp here. Turret's going to be going down rather quickly, as Rhine is going to be pushing into the enemy team. High Noon coming out here from Lotus Road, picking off the Lucio. Unfortunate for Fairmont. But here comes a High Noon. It's absolutely massive for Fairmont. He's taking down 4. Mr. BJN going to be going down here, and Fairmont will still be losing that fight even after a huge High Noon. Good attempt. You love to see it. A nice flank coming out from Fairmont's Cassidy here. Fairmont going to be coming in hard and strong. A huge shatter coming from Darebear onto Fairmont. Seems like it's going to be quite the quick and decisive fight coming out from Southern Hills here. Very impressive indeed. Now it seems like Southern Hills is just going to be holding point, which, you know, with the Torb is not something I don't disagree with. It's definitely... Seems like the Torb's going to be getting some spam shots out here, as well as the Cassidy. Let me see if we can get any value with that Moira Orb. Doesn't really look like it. And we are just going to see Brenburn's view here as the Southern Hills' Sig pops Flux into a Torb ultimate, which, for those of you who don't know, a Torb ultimate laying down lava pools on the floor, dealing massive amounts of damage, especially to heroes with armor, which is the yellow health on any health bar. Usually on some of the tanks. Gonna still keep the view on Brenburn here due to him having Diva Bomb here, and I want to see what he does with this personally. Seems like a quick and decisive throw to the right. Farming the Rhine shield a little bit. A huge beat coming out from Fairmont's. Oh, the eat from Brenburn coming out to completely negate the Cassidy's High Noon. Absolutely massive. Going to be decisive for this fight, definitely, for sure. Very well played by Fairmont here. Now, of course, since they won the fight, they're going to want to take a little bit of ground and not just hold point here due to their brawl-type playstyle for their composition. They're going to be holding this tight and strict hallway, just kind of keep an eye on them so they can spam them out a little bit as they're coming up. Seems like Southern Hills is going to be taking the initiative into the fight here. Popping an aggressive beat on the speed. Seems like Fairmont's going to be taking Noon to take out the Rhine. Unfortunately for Fairmont, the Torbjorn ultimate was just too decisive in zoning out them and getting them into where they wanted to play with them. So it seems like round 1 is going to be secured for here for Southern Hills. Great plays from both teams. Very excellent indeed. Very, very well done.
0-1.
Saber is extreme voice. You might not be ready just yet still, as Saber is having DisplayPort issues with his monitor.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Seems like Fairmont has swapped to a Reinhardt Hog for this point, which is very interesting indeed. Of course, Roadhog being able to throw his hook and get important picks onto any squishy targets or any low health enemies. Seems like, of course, again, for the first part of the point, that Southern Hills is going to opt for the Symmetra pick. 2 picks coming out from Fairmont here. Huge ones indeed. Definitely taking on the main tank, Rhine, and just cleaning up at this point. Of course, Rhine going to get in there, just swinging, doing massive damage to the enemies. It's really quite a dangerous thing to let the enemy Rhine just, get in there whenever you're playing the game and let him swing for free, because it just gives him so much value, so much ult charge, so much damage off, so much damage for your team that it just really is not beneficial for you in any way, shape, or form. Seems like the Deerbear's Grind Barrier are going to be going down here, fully breaking. Unfortunate for him and his team, but they will be teleporting straight to point. A huge hook onto the Lucio, an early pick, well placed hook for their fight. Seems like they've traded Lucios here. The Sim turret's absolutely going to town and melting everybody. Sim absolutely getting into that fight. Now, for those who don't know, Sim turrets, okay, these little guys right here, within a certain radius, they'll tag onto a target, and the more time they spend on the target, the more time they slow, and they actually slow their enemies and do damage at the same time, which is very big. Almost getting a secured kill onto Southern Hills Cassidy here. Seems like the Bath is getting signaled out here, but he is able to make it out. Unfortunate for Brenburn, but that is a massive shatter coming out from Croc Rocket. Absolutely huge. Seems like a Cassidy ultimate coming out here, getting negated very well by Croc Rocket there for shielding the Cassidy ultimate, which can do massive damage to your team and stagger you all. So, take a look here. The Rhine, see the Rhine battle going on here. Some quick and decisive kills coming out from Fairmont here onto both the tanks, the tank line for Southern Hills, and unfortunately for Southern Hills, they will have to wait for their main tanks to come back if they do want to make an effective push on the point, but they can also take some risky spam to get some ultimate charge or anything like baiting abilities out. Another teleport coming onto the point here. A huge ult coming out from Phoenix's Reaper here. very well placed. He just made sure, waited on point for them to drop down and flank them, and just popped Q, because that's all that Reaper's ultimate does. Just shoots in a circle around him, does massive damage. He's able to, since Reaper has that passive of life-stealing damage that he does, he's able to sit in there and do whatever he wants. Huge window fire strike coming out here from Croc Rocket and Raptor. Very well coordinated indeed. A more going down here for Southern Hills, however, it really will not matter, as that is the secured round for Fairmont. Well played by both teams. Very well played.
Score 1対1。準備完了。
Alrighty. Last map here. This will be overtime for Lijiang Tower. It's a very interesting map. There's a lot of places to fall off here, a lot of places to get booped off here, as you can see from the massive chasm on the side here, as well as the moat that the point happens to be centered on.
5、4、
Makes for dangerous plays playing around something as a Pharah, which Southern Hills has decided to pick, along with a Genji, it seems. While, Fairmont has opted for more of a basic dive composition. Huge pick, early pick going on the Phoenix to the Southern Hills' Ana there. Apologies, I keep seeing red and just want to say enemy because that's how normal it is for me to say that. Hopefully here in just a second we will be getting pulled into a voice chat with our other co-host Saber, who is just having some technical difficulties once again. But it seems like first point is going to get secured. Yeah, Brenburn nearly getting knocked off by Azlair on the Pharah. I apologize if I say that incorrectly, but almost a very well and nicely timed to boop as Brenburn was going out to scout there for a moment. Ball going to be in here, making a big slam. Unfortunate for Phoenix that he got picked early in the fight, but an amazing barrage coming out from Azlair, getting an early pick for Southern Hills. Great dive going out here onto the tank line for Fairmont. Seems like these are some pretty decisive picks, and it looks like Fairmont will be holding this point for at least until the next fight, as Southern Hills gets set up here, does some poke a little bit. Nothing changing in the comp just yet. Mine's going to be coming out from Wrecking Ball here. Monkey Bubble is going to be going down, so that's a lot of utility loss, but Brenburn is going to be put to sleep. Oh, he is woken up to harass the enemy's backline. Huge pick from Mr. BJN and going on to Saint. And another amazing pick going on to the Genji as well. Some good shots coming out here from Fairmont's Cassidy. Take a look at what's going on with the Reaper, of course. Going to be challenging the Monkey, but going to be getting picked off by the Pharah. Nice pick going on the Pharah here. Very well placed shots coming out from these BJN. Unfortunately for him, they were a little bit faster in being able to eliminate his team and being able to take that point very decisively. Very well done. Of course here, Fairmont going to be having 4 ults. That would be Diva Bomb. That would be Reaper's ultimate, which is Death Blossom. Ana's ultimate, which is Nano. And Beat from Lucio. Now, doesn't mean that Southern Hills has the same chance with their 3 ults. Seems like they're going to be popping. Phoenix and Croc Rocket going in on with those ultimate. Very well played. Nicely placed Diva Bomb, as well as the new squish mechanic with Diva's mech coming out. If you don't know about that change, basically what happened is that they made within a certain impact radius the Diva mech coming back down when she calls her mech back down do damage and be able to kill targets. Enough damage to kill targets. Gonna be nano boosting the Pharah here on Southern Hills' side. Gonna be taken out quite quickly and effectively after getting antied. And sleep from Southern Hills is Ana going on to the monkey for Fairmont. But it seems like that this map is going to be won by Fairmont.
勝利
Both plays coming out very well from each side here. Very, very well played. Very interesting match to watch indeed.
プレイオブザゲーム
I believe this will be Asler's 5K that they had on with the turrets and her just absolutely beaming everything.
5連続キル
For those who don't know, Symmetra's gun there, if you hold left click on anything, it'll fire the short range beam that the more it's on a target or a shield, it will charge up. It has 3 levels. Level 3 does an absolutely insane amount of damage, and it just melts their enemies. I mean, if you work on your tracking with that and you just absolutely keep it on your enemy, it will beam through them quite quickly. Alrighty, let's move back to intermission here real quick. I need to do something real quick because Saber pulled me into the voice. He's just currently not. Here we go. There we are. Alright. Saber is not here yet. I do not want that being displayed. Quick. I need to make sure I have the right Discord view. Let me make sure this gets changed real quick. That is not getting changed. Unfortunate. Let me try this real quick. Since we're still waiting to get into the match. Do this. Pop this out. Being a little bit difficult, I see. Let me try something real quick. Just gonna be a little scuff for this part. While we're waiting on the next map to start, which is going to be King's Row, we're just gonna be setting up some things because we're having some little bit of issue with our Discord view here because it does not want to be nice to me.
All right.
Hey, there he is.
Sorry about that.
Ah,
Well,
you're...
decided to shit itself. I know there's no cursing, but I mean, I can't describe it any other way.
Yeah, fairly accurate way of describing how ports work.
Okay, let's get
Fortunately, my
game.
being a little
All right.
cringe right now. Slightly cringe, not too
So
cringe.
I'm now in. Johnny. Go back to this. Okay. Cool. How did the last rounds go?
Very, very close map on Lijiang there. Each team got the first it started off with Control Center, Southern Hills gaining the first point on there, and then it went to, I'm trying to remember the maps. Night Market went to Fairmont, and then Fairmont took the last one on Tower, which is Gardens area, you know, the one with the moat.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
That sounds like we have ourselves a game, fellas.
Yeah, it is. It is very, very even right now between the teams.
Excellent.
It is very fun to watch as I fix my stream because it was being a little cringe, but we're doing fine now. So absolutely fine.
So Next map they said was what? Kings Row?
Scrims Row, baby.
All right. What are we thinking? Brawl mirror?
We're probably gonna see a lot of brawl here. We saw a lot of brawl last map as well, except for the last one. Fairmont played dive on tower for Legion, so just a little bit of information.
Okay.
Like we're gonna be moving to the next map here, which is Kings Row, better known as Scrims Row in the scrimming community, or the competitive Overwatch scene. Very, very good map, especially for scrimming environments.
Popular map.
Very popular
Yes.
map.
You definitely say it's one of the better maps in the game, especially if you've played the game.
Quite a
Simply
lot.
because there's a lot you can do on each of the points, even though 99.99% of the time you're just gonna see a brawl mirror.
Yeah, and brawl is a very fun comp to play because you just get to run at the enemy and fight them. True core of Overwatch right there. As with a lot of shooting games as well. You know, I love Overwatch's map design. I think Blizzard knocks it out of the park almost every single time. Not even in the gameplay aspect, but especially the visual one. Like, I notice new things every single day because when you're playing the game, you don't really realize things, but some of the small details are very welcome. Seems like
That is very true.
both teams are going to be running a variant of Brawl here. This is not surprising to see that Southern Hills is going for another double shield comp with Sig and Rhine. Seems like Lotus Rogue on the Reaper going to be taking the flank and returning back to his team after he's been spotted. Seems like Dare Bear's shield is going to be broken going down. Sig's shield going to get broken quite fast here. Unfortunate for Croc Rocket that he gets.
So Brenburn is going to get demacked as well.
Very decisive picks coming out from Southern Hills. They're going to trade for the Rhine though. Too late in the fight. Alrighty. Very, very swift point take from Southern Hills here. Very well done. We're going to see what's going on with Southern Hills' Sig here. Going to be poking out Fairmont's front line right now. Of course, taking ground for his team, as well as the Rhine. Just pushing up, doing their job, taking space, doing anything they can to make sure that the defense doesn't have a chance to get back and contest the payload. Huge pick coming out from Brenburn onto Southern Hills'... Well, both the tank line for Southern Hills has gone down. Very quick and decisive picks. Gonna be spectating Michael here on the Lucio for Fairmont side. Now, as Lucio, of course, you want to be very evasive. Gonna be swapping between speed and heals. Gonna be helping move your team everywhere. His main utility, of course, being speed. Seems like a trade of Rhines might come out here into the fight. Unfortunate for Brenburn, he gets demacked very, very fast. Both DPS ultimates coming out from Southern Hills here, and going to be cleaning up the fight as well. Yep. Alrighty. Seems like they're gonna have a little bit of trouble killing Lucio here. He is very evasive, but a pick nonetheless. I would have said to have just died sooner, you know, so he can get back to his team, so his team can recontest faster.
Absolutely.
Yep. All things to be learned.
Come as you go.
Yep. Seems like both Rhines are going to be taking very, very aggressive pins here. Both tank ultimates from Fairmont Firebird is going to be coming out strong here. Going to be making quick work of the enemy's front and back line. Unfortunate for Brenburn, but very good DMAC coming from Lotus Road. Going to be taking Brenburn effectively out of the fight for a little while, since, you know, Eva really can't do much without her mech except squish people. So, of course, Brenburn's going to be taking the poke here to try and see if he can get his mech back before the team fight happens, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be all that quickly. He might just get it in time for the team fight going on here. 86%, 89%. Sig barrier going down here quite fast. Window coming out from Fairmont Firebirds into a lifted high noon. Very good comp. Oh my goodness!
A very large fire strike from Croc Rocket through window.
We saw. Ooh,
one shots most heroes in the game.
Does 200 HP. It is insane. For those who don't know, window doubles any projectile damage that goes through it. So that means for a ability like Fire Strike, which does 100 base damage, for it to get doubled, kills a lot, as Saber said, a lot of the hero lineup in the game. Actually, we saw a double Fire Strike kill earlier on Li Zhang while you weren't here, Saber. It was quite impressive. Seems like that's something Fairmont likes to do a lot, is go for Fire Strike kills through windows. Which is a good way to secure some kills very fast.
Valkyrie come out from Saint, and a huge shatter coming out from Croc Rocket here.
Absolutely.
Now we're going to see the dragons from Mr. BJN. Comes a Death Blossom from Lotus Rogue. A High Noon from Phoenix, but he is going to get killed before he can activate it. Here comes Bob from Brenburn, getting absolutely nothing.
No value, unfortunately, for Brenberg coming out here. Going to be, in my opinion, a lot of ults wasted.
A lot of ultimates.
Yeah, a lot of ultimates wasted from Fairmont's side.
4 ultimates gone. The only 2 they're coming up on next will be Window and B.
Seems like Southern Hills has forgot their point here in the back. Reaper going to be, of course, going back to make sure they can cap the objective so they don't forget it. Just late on the contest from Croc Rocket here. Unfortunate for Fairmont, but a very big W for Southern Hills here. However, it seems like Fairmont's going to be getting some pretty important picks here, even though they don't have their entire team with them, which will force them out still. Very big lift coming out from Southern Hills.
Going to force out Immortality as well.
Yep. It's a very important ability. Seems like Lotus Rogue is going to be going in here as he has Nano. Alrighty. Rock coming out from Skid, gonna hit Brenburn right in the face as he's DMing for his team. Can't eat Rock, unfortunately, for you Diva players. Seems like Darebear is gonna be taking some ground here for his team. Throwing in a Fire Strike that does get eaten by Diva. Very good E coming from Brenburn.
Dragon stay in again, and it picks off the Mercy. There goes 3 down. And Fairmont Hills will take this fight.
Very, very good picks coming out here, even in the post fight for Fairmont, going to be able to stagger Southern Hills here. It seems like Southern Hills has quite a collection of ults, so does Fairmont, and I'll let you go ahead, Saber.
Resurrect ability is going out from the Mercy for Southern Hills. The minute 30 left in the game.
Diva Bomb going to be coming out here.
Usually.
Oh, wow. Amazing.
And
it is.
Yet you're still even.
3-3 currently.
3.
Oh, wow. Shatter going to be coming out from Southern Hills' Rhine here. A little bit of aggressive Shatter, but I like the energy that he brings to the table, that's for sure. Definitely want to have a high energy Rhine as far as his playstyle goes. Gonna be spamming into the Rhine shield here. It's gonna be getting very low, as well as the Sig shield. Sig shield does get fully broken. Rhine getting stunned here on the payload, taking some heavy damage, but getting healed up rather quickly. Good pick coming out from Azler onto Michael.
Wrong shatter coming from
Croc
Rocket. And BJN, the Hanzo, as well as Brenburn, cleaning everything up.
Hanzo is very, very good character with his ability to one-shot a lot of heroes in the game and being able to shred their tanks and their shields alike. As you can see, Rhine shield going down very quickly there due to the Hanzo spam. Seems like Lotus Rogue is going to be taking an aggressive approach with his fade, but not being able to get any value out of it as he gets melted after he comes out of it instantly. Gonna be some shield
from the clock. Are they gonna contest? They do have the contest from Lotus Rogue.
Huge bit coming out from Brenburn onto Azler. An amazing change once again, as I stated earlier. A huge defense matrix coming out from Brenburn. Bomb going out. Very, very well played from Brenburn. 2 mech kills in one fight. Different mechs. That is absolutely insane. Very, very well played from Brenburn there. Absolutely nuts. Whew.
2サイドを交代します。
Yeah.
Like every team fight on King's Row, it always boils down to who can win third point.
Yep. Let's get to
Arguably one of the hardest points in all of Overwatch to capture.
very, very difficult to push the payload there. Indeed, I do agree. There have been many matches I've played where, myself personally, we just steamroll through the first 2 points and then we just get hard stuck. Third point, always. Happens all the time. Take a quick hydration break here.
準備完了。
Alrighty. Seems like we're gonna be seeing the same comps coming out here. Asler swapping on to the Hanzo from Cassidy last round. Almost mirrored DPS comps here from either teams. Just a little bit of... Ooh. Seems like is going to be a mirror in the DPS comp. Both teams running a Hanzo and a Cassidy. Very, very interesting combo. Do output a lot of single target damage. Gonna be very interesting to see how fast targets go down here.
A Roadhog pick here from Grinberg.
Very interesting indeed. Both pins coming out from both the team's Ryans. Not a lot of value coming out of either one of them. Some little displacement coming out from Southern Hills' Ryan. Huge swing onto the Cassidy, however, seems like Derber is going to take advantage of Croc Rocket being antied there at the end of his life. Seems like we're just going to be going into a soft reset phase where they poke. It's going to be a lot of value coming out from the Hanzo landing shots, especially the ones like those. A lot of value indeed. We're just going to swap the Asler here.
Sigma does get hooked, but right into his own Ryan's shield.
Very good for him. Huge pick coming out to Asler, early picks coming out. Now, Hanzo is one of those heroes that you just kind of got to look at him and respect his sightlines because of the amount of damage he can output so fast, and especially his one-shot
Number
potential.
5 hits.
Very aggressive dragons coming out from Asler here. Gonna get a pick onto Mr. BJN, the Fairmont team's Hanzo. Huge hook coming out onto...
Nothing comes out of it.
Nothing comes out of it. Because Sigma is basically immortal. Wow, another huge hammer. Oh, very.
Window fire strike. That is a... It is a 3-3 fight as we 1-3 fight as we speak.
Dragon's gonna be coming out
very
from
aggressive dragons. Yeah, Masler.
Still gonna be able to take him down and start capping more of the objective as the enemy team
They are
pushes
going to
back
get the second pick.
Huge pick from Mr. BJN onto the nooning Cassidy on Lotus Road.
Okay.
Gonna be seeing a nano coming out on Southern Hills' side, but a beat to directly respond to it, which will win them the fight. Very well timed beat coming out from Michael. Take a quick bird's eye view of the fight that is going to be pushed up. Seems like we're going to get some really nice, good picks coming out from Fairmont here onto Southern Hills' DPS. Going to be pushing them back quite far as Fairmont pushes the objective with their Lucio. Of course, you want to put a very mobile character on the point. Very aggressive noon coming out from Phoenix, going to be getting a pick onto the Sigma of Far Hills. Or not Far Hills, Southern Hills. My apologies. Nice early pick coming out. Seems like Mr. BJN gonna be getting into his flow here of Hanzo, gonna be getting some massive picks for his team. Another massive pick coming out from Renburn onto Lotus Rogue. Gonna be spamming out here, of course, on Hanzo. One of the main things you want to do is be able to output a lot of damage and make the enemy feel like their sightlines aren't safe. Seems like Southern Hills' Torb is going to be sitting around the Mega side over there. Going to be contested by a Cassidy. Very good whole hog coming out from Renburn here to kill off the Sigma. Kurt's still going to be standing up, you know, getting some value, so getting some shots off. It is very low, though. All it takes is probably one Hanzo error, and that turret is gone. Very huge shatter coming out from Crocker, going to begin pushing up into the enemy. Absolute massive value coming out of that, staggering. Very important characters for Southern Hills here. Currently a 4-on-6. Huge hook coming out from Brenburn onto Lotus Rogue. However, very good ultimate combo coming out from Sig and Torb here, going to be taking care of Raptor in the back lines. And it seems like Torb is going to be contesting payload along with a Mercy pocketing him. The Riz is going to be canceled by Brenburn. Amazing hook to cancel that Res. And some very decisive. And there we go.
And the C9.
Yep.
The classic tactic.
Truly a classic. I didn't realize that they were allowing skins in this play of the game. Going to be coming out from Aslair here. Skins aren't welcome. Just not usually something you see in a scrimmer match environment, but you know, it's a nice refresher. It's going to be the absolute huge lift and high noon. Very good combo coming out from Southern Hills there. I love to see those. Redburn giving props to the enemy team as well. Saber, what do we think? What do we think about that one?
Definitely interesting.
Ah, yes, I agree fully.
The brawl comps that I'm seeing, I understand why they're happening, but I still don't understand why the Baptiste and Lucio is not getting mirrored at this point.
This is true. Immortality Field being an amazing ability, being able to protect, of course, as it says in the name, your teammates from death to a certain extent. Going to leave them low HP, but give you room to wiggle with your team when you're all critical HP. It's just a very valuable ability, especially for a comp like Brawl, where you're going to be in the enemy team's face, doing a lot of swinging, a lot of close-range combat, which that Immor will be absolutely crucial in.
Yep, absolutely.
It's interesting to see the Mercy and Ana pick, though. I can see why. Mercy is a very interesting pick. Her main use being, of course, her resurrection ability, which, as it states, after a short animation, you'll be able to resurrect a fallen ally. And that is a very big ability. However, it does have a short animation, as we've seen Brenburn cancel as of most recent with his hook. It can be canceled by a lot of stunning abilities, or as long as you kill her, Mercy herself fast enough, you can cancel the res that way as well.
Yep.
Very decisive fights indeed.
Let's see, what's the next map?
Just have to check here.
That is question.
Seems like we're still waiting on to see what the next map is. So, Saber, you weren't here for the first map, but it was Lijiang, as I said earlier. Fairmont did win that one as well, so it currently is 2-0 for Fairmont. So, very big lead for Fairmont coming out here. I believe it is 2-3 as well, so... Or, best out of 5, I should say.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure those are normal rules for the UGC league that they're currently playing in, so that's no surprise at all whatsoever. It's quite interesting that the only different comp that I've seen, you weren't here for it, was a dive comp that came out from Fairmont. Very, very welcome sight, after seeing so many brawls happening. Dive comp is a very interesting composition. A lot of burst and separating teams type of damage. It's not like the long sustainability fights that Brawl has compared to dive.
And it is very interesting. And also another thing, I kind of hope to see some different comps here. The next map we're going up to is Havana.
Havana. I love that map. Such a good
I
map.
want to see snipers.
I do too. Personally, as Saber and I are both hit scan DPS players, we both play Widow, Ashe, Cassidy, Soldier, all the above. We love Havana, especially first point Havana, both attack and defense, because it has an amazing long sight, especially when we feel like playing Widow. Very can make for some very fun gameplay.
There's a lot of variety you can do in the map as well, especially on second and third point. You can really switch it around a lot.
It's got a very interesting map design. I think it's one of the better designed maps in the game as far as just gameplay wise. Of course, as I said earlier, Blizzard always delivers with their scenic views. Just so happens.
Have they not? That's the real question.
Right, exactly. Even with their match maps, which aren't a part of the quick play pools, seems like we'll be going into our match here. Speaking on that,
come here, Stream Deck.
マッチを開始します
alrighty. Seems like we're going to be starting here. Just in 20 seconds when we'll be able to see the heroes being picked for each teams. Now, of course, as Saber and I were just speaking on, this first lane right here is what we're speaking about. Good sightline for snipers. Widow, especially. Widow, Hanzo being able to take advantage of being able to... Hanzo more being able to spam his arrows down lanes, get some easy picks. Widow being able to safely sit back here on defense, which is where this round where the defender's side will be at. And we see the attackers over in red, and that will be Southern Hills going to be attacking first. They're going to be making a Sig Hog composition here with Reaper, Cassidy, and of course the same healer line of Mercy and Ana. They really love that healer line. Probably some comfort picks for both the healers, which is, of course, you always want to play to your comfort zone. So play your best. So seems like, of course, Mr. BJN gonna be taking a pick onto Hanzo as he's spinning around up here. Gonna spectate him really quickly to kind of see the value that you get on snipers here, being able to spam out. Soon dry up high ground very quickly up for the Hanzo. Gonna be a flanking Reaper coming out on Southern Hillside. So you're gonna be spotted by the Sonic Arrow, which does reveals enemies' positions through a short range through walls. Fairmont's shield gonna be going down low here very quickly, as well as Southern Hills' shield gonna be going down, getting broken actually. Quick and decisive kill onto the Rhine from Fairmont's side from Dare Bear. Huge pick. Seems like they did swap their team comp up a little bit. Some players filling different roles. Very interesting to see how their playstyles will differ based on this.
And Azlair is going to go down as well as Burn's mech. But Azlair is going to get resurrected again by Saint.
Some huge picks coming out from Phoenix here.
As Ryan returns from the spawn room, they have singled out Sigma, and Sigma is going to die to Burn.
Unfortunate for Phoenix here, he got hooked in that kind of post-fight area and one-shotted by Hog. It's a very scary thing to watch out for. Always got to keep an eye out for the Hog. He will hook you and kill you if he gets the chance.
Absolutely.
Gonna be the teleport coming out from Dare Bear on the high ground here. Gonna be going on the flank as Reapers normally like to do due to his ability to surprise and get in and out very quickly. Huge decisive pick coming out from Azlair onto Mr. Bajan. Another very well timed and very well played lift and noon combo. Gonna be throwing out bomb here for Burn. And it seems like Southern Hills is going to be taking their first point quite quickly, with 4.5 minutes going into the second point here. Seems like Hog and Sig are going to be taking advantage of the high ground here with the stairs. And going to be getting an amazing hook onto Phoenix. Going to be popping Hog ult to break Ryan Shield very quickly there and get a very early pick on him as well. And oh, huge hook coming out from Brenburn onto Dare Bear, but unfortunately for Brenburn, that's going to be negated by Rez coming in here very shortly. And it seems like Fairmont has saved them some ultimates here, so they'll be able to recontest with those coming in very shortly here. Of course, Southern Hills is going to take some ground here and try and see if they can contest the choke that the defenders have to come through, but it seems like some very decisive shots coming out here from Brenburn and BJN gonna be able to secure a couple kills, as well as the stun on Southern Hills Hog gonna be taking him down as well. Very big hook coming out from Brenburn to take down the Sigma. Seems like we're gonna have a little bit of a either a misclick or something going on there with our with Fairmont's Phoenix. Huge pick coming out from Phoenix onto Lotus Rogue though. Very well placed shots indeed. Gonna be negated by Rez here. Amor gonna be going out here to negate Brenburn's death. However, he does die very soon thereafter. Crockraki gonna be getting antied here, which means no healing for him for a short duration. And gonna be a pick coming out from Asler on a Phoenix. It seems like Southern Hills is still a little bit staggered though. Lotus Red coming on the flank. A huge hook coming on the Raptor. Unfortunately for Southern Hills, just now the kill will get secured. The only heals coming out for Fairmont at the moment will be Baptiste. Very huge pick coming out from Asler, or from Mr. BJN onto Asler. My apologies. Very good hook into a kill confirm from Mr. BJN onto Darebear. Very well done indeed. Team shooting is definitely one of your biggest tools and you should always use it. Seems like an early shield break coming out onto Sigma's shield on Southern Hills' side. Not very advantageous to let your shield break on whatever shield character you're playing unless it's Orisa, due to it usually being replaceable due to it being a ability cooldown rather than an actual shield charge. Seems like another lift noon combo going to be taking out Raptor and Crockracket here. Going to be huge res coming on onto Asler. Seems like the attackers and defenders have swapped sides here for a moment as the attackers are holding on to the cart from the defender side and vice versa. Some huge picks coming out from Brenburn and Phoenix here to hopefully be able to recontest the cart and be able to make sure that they can try and get it back in their favor. Darebear going to be coming out with all here, killing out, getting an early pick onto Michael, and also a pick out onto Brenburn as well, but it is going to be quick and decisive shatter that takes down Darebear. Seems like Raptor's going to be 1v1ing Sigma here in the backline. I'm going to win that because of that being disguised as a healer, when really he does a lot of damage output with his left click. Unfortunate for Crockracket here, Asler is going to be able to pop his ultimate, take down 2 here. Very huge for Asler. Very well done. Seems like some very good hog gameplay coming from here, being able to get some huge value out of those hooks and those ultimates. Both hooks coming out, no value coming out from either team. Huge pick onto Lotus Rogue from Phoenix. An interesting bout of ultimates coming out here from Fairmont to try and recontest the point last second. Probably to force it in overtime. Just try and make sure they get a little less time on the last point if they do end up taking it. But it does seem like Fairmont does have a very good chance of being able to take that back the point here. But seems like Darebear is going to get nanoed, which may be the deciding factor of this fight. Ana going to be picked here by Brenburn. Mr. BJN going down from Lotus Rogue. Some huge picks. High Noon coming out from Lotus Rogue, going to be forcing Brenburn and Phoenix to be playing on the backside of the cart. And they somehow managed to get a kill onto Darebear as Brenburn comes in here, getting his ult canceled by Cassidy here. But it does seem like, out of all odds, they were able to stop the initial push and recontest of that payload. That was absolutely nuts. Very well held by Fairmont there. Wasn't really sure about using all those ults in the first place to try and see if they can recontest, but it did seem to end up work out for them very well in the end. I appreciate the steadfastness in their decisions. Gonna be swapping sides here. Of course, Saber, do you have any input on your side? Sure, check on our friend Saber here real quick. He is muted currently.
Right. Okay. So.
We're fine. We're fine.
So yeah, that was really more of a mistake on Southern Hills' side rather than it was an excellent play from Fairmont. as that was, again, Fairmont's against all odds. That was just another, because Southern Hills, they failed to push out Bryn Burn and Michael and all of them away out of cover of the payload there at the very end. So that's what really made the change in the fight, as Bryn Burn was able to get value out of his cooldowns at the very end. But
Of course. But I do appreciate Fairmont's ability to be able to stand there and take the damage from whoever's trying to force them out of cover, while they just sat there and took damage. But of course,
so we're gonna get a Widow pick here from Phoenix.
Ah, very nice. This is what I've been waiting to see. We're gonna watch him for just a moment, see if he can try and get some early picks to help his team out. Shot's gonna be coming out. Nothing just yet. Oh, shot blocked just by the lamp post. Quite frustrating indeed, but a body shot going on to Cassie, which is going to make him low. Turret gonna be set up top right here. Gonna be getting some value. Interesting pick. Mr. BJN gonna be taking on the try of Doomfist. Very interesting DPS comp coming out from Fairmont here. Huge headshot coming out on Azar, gonna make him get very low, but of course he's going to retreat and use his E to be able to heal up and reduce the damage he's taking so that he lives from that encounter. Seems like some body shots gonna be coming out here from Phoenix, gonna be able to get some good damage off. No picks just yet. Huge hook coming out from Asler onto Raptor. Fortunate for Raptor, he's going to get picked off early, which is going to allow Southern Hills to be able to collapse onto Fairmont here and take the advantage in the fight. A huge grapple shot coming out from Phoenix on the Lotus Road. Very well played. Love to see the grapple shots and the aggressiveness of it all. Bryn Burn going to be going down from Asler. And it seems like Cockcrack is going to be taking more an aggressive position, even though his team is not with him at the moment. Now, it seems like both teams are reset. Turret's going to be sitting here behind. Widow Sight's going to be getting popped. The attackers the ability to see the enemies through the walls. Seems like Turret is not being taken care of, so the Raptor is getting spammed out by Turret as well as Croc Rocket. Pick coming out from Phoenix onto Dare Bear as well as Bryn Burn onto Saint with his ultimate. Huge pick on Beijing going on to Asler and Brennan going on to Lotus Road. Another huge pick from BGN onto Ernstofer, which is the Southern Hills' Sig. I just realized I have not said his name in any of these maps. Phoenix gonna be sticking with the Widow here. Interesting pick, indeed. Still a good pick in my mind. However, might be a little bit more dangerous going into these shorter sight lines and staying on the payload, which is a little bit of a questionable decision. But they're going to be able to farm down the hog of Asler fairly quickly. Going to be able to get the nano onto Crocker, who is going to be able to contest that top window and make sure that nobody pushes out the top there. No contest coming out from the defenders here. Going to be stopped right then and there in their tracks. Saint going to be going down here, and Ernstofer actually getting rezzed in the back line. I'm sure, though, it won't be too much longer before Fairmont capitalizes on being able to get some all charge off of him and being able to eventually take him down. Asler going to be getting harassed by the tank line from Fairmont, going to be pushed in upon. It seems like Asler is going to be taken down here quite shortly here. Phoenix still sticking with the Widow. I appreciate the ability to force Widow in places she really shouldn't be. Widow can work here, though. I'm not saying that she can't. You just gotta play it really smart, do it being a lot smaller of a room and being in a closed space. Of course, my personal pick for this would either be Cassidy or Ash, as they have shorter sightlines and are able to capitalize off that more. Some huge shots coming out from Phoenix here to take down the Sigma, however, he will get rezzed. Some more huge shots going to be coming out from... Huge shot coming out from Phoenix on the Lotus Road. As he's going to try and go for this Ana. Does not seem
absolutely like... massive high noon.
Nice shot coming out from Phoenix onto the Ana. That seems like it is going to be match set. And match set.
Quick game, set, and match right there? Yeah. Damn. I was only here for 2 maps.
Unfortunate technical difficulties. Very unfortunate. But Very, very well played from both teams. I like the aggression coming from both teams, especially Asler. I saw a lot of plays coming out from him, being aggressive, going in for his team, being able to secure a lot of kills. Very well played by the Southern Hills team in general.
Absolutely, absolutely.
エピック
応援ありがとう
Alrighty.
And just like that.
Just like that. Fairmont going to be pulling off a swift 3-0 here onto Southern Hills CTC. Very well played by both teams once again. We always enjoy doing this. We love seeing games where
yes,
both teams
absolutely.
are going back and forth, back and forth. Even if it
Those
was...
are the best types of games.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Very exciting indeed, always. Alrighty. Very, very exciting. Of course, that will be a W going on to Fairmont's record for them in the UGC league that they are currently playing in. Swift, once again, swift and decisive plays from both teams.